Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. Today you guys voted to have a little bit of Roar's commentary. If you don't remember, Roar was a GCI, Great Coasters International coaster, wooden coaster, at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in Vallejo, California. Now, this ride did receive the RMC treatment later on. They transformed it into the Joker. So at the time, back in 2015, there was only one DC ride, and that was Superman Ultimate Flight, the original premiere ride, Skyrocket 2. And then they decided to really hone in on that kind of stuff, and decided to RMC Roar and completely abandon the name per se. There wasn't really a theme, just that it was a really long ride. And create the Joker instead. So we're going to go ahead and get into some of the footage that I took a long time ago before I remembered that I had a camera on my phone. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, this is back in 2015, so we're going to take a look. So the first thing we have right here is the entrance of Roar. It just was very simplistic, just a regular sign, and at the time they had redone the sign to have it say Railroad Roar closes August 16th. And so now we've got footage of it going up the lift, and it definitely does have a different sound now. And as you know, they actually also steepened the lift and made it taller, but they made the actual length of the lift shorter. So it is a much steeper lift than what it used to be, because most wooden coasters tend to have very shallow turns and things like that. It's not as abrupt as if an RMC. You can't get these little compact airtime hills. But I do remember, as it's shown right now, the giant airtime hill. That was always really good. Section of the ride, one of the best sections, but not the best section. And then going down the turnaround, then you come back around and you make a U-turn. They also got V2 in the background there, back with its old colors, back when it started to fade a little bit and we started to push for it to be repainted. So now it's going around, going over the drop into where the camera was, and they later moved that to where the top install is now. And yeah, rushing past the outer side of the structure, which is something that they unfortunately removed in the conversion to the Joker. And now you've got some footage of the line, or the last days, I believe. I don't remember exactly when this was filmed, but it was definitely the last month. I want to say it was maybe August 9th or something like that. And so you can actually see some people noticing the camera, pointed it out too. That's fun. But then, yeah, it definitely posed a long line back when it was about to close, because they made a big deal of it. But in other times before it closed, it wasn't as popular for some reason. I always thought it was interesting because it was one of the most statement coasters that they had there. Not the most unique, because I mean at the time Great America had just opened their GCI Gold Striker, so make it that what you will. But it was still a decently popular ride, and a very well-rounded ride. It did help the park become a little bit more well-rounded. And so removing that, I don't know, I just kind of maybe felt like now that they have more of a hole in their lineup, I guess, because they don't have a wooden coaster. But then again, most people are kind of phased out of the wood coasters. They don't really know exactly what they're supposed to be like, or that everybody prefers steel and stuff like that. So it's still going up the lift hill very, very slowly, I'd say, with the little patter of the chain. It's pretty fun. I still remember going up that time. Good times, good times. And yeah, so right now I'm talking over myself talking, because at the time, I guess they were playing some copyrighted music in the background. Fun times. So got some corny, cheesy, no copyright music over it. As it's cresting the lift, going into the first inversion, which was the turning drop. Now, if you remember, every single GCI that GCI has ever done always has a curve drop, except for two coasters so far, which is Invader, Push Guard to Williamsburg, and what is it, the Texas Stingray. That hasn't even been finished yet, but that's a GCI, and it has a straightforward drop. All the other ones have a turning drop, and I guess that helps alleviate some of maybe some of the stress, or maybe just makes it more compact. Now, this was the second version of the Roar layout. The other one is at Six Flags America. It does not feature the pre-lift, because this one was the first to have the Millennium Flyer trains. I can't talk today. And then it goes right into the brakes. Now, if you also remember too, this one doesn't have any drive tire out there. It goes down the drop again and over. I don't remember. I feel like that little first element where it like pops in and then it makes a turnaround has a name or not. But also definitely did flex a lot too. I mean, naturally these things have to have some flex so it's not completely rigid and then it'll break. But okay, now here we go. We're on the front row POV and we're gonna go. So like yeah, it doesn't have the drive tires, so it's sort of just holding friction brakes and they just release, and then the train slowly starts to roll forward. And it's like this for the entire ride. Like over in the barn too, it's at a very shallow angle. So they just also, kind of like use the brakes a lot and like try to slow it down. So this is the example of the Millennium Flyer trains. They added this like winding bit to it, and then let up straight to the lift. It was always fun just kind of like going through the structure and like seeing all the wood around you. They don't really have that all that much anymore, because it's so quick and you're like focused on like holding yourself in, because obviously the ride is designed, Joker is designed to want to like pull you out of it. Still going up the lift. Actually, I take that back. It's actually pretty quick lift, to be honest. The Joker has a pretty quick lift. I don't know what the speed is. I'm sure that's probably something that's written down somewhere, but not something that's completely relevant. And here we go. And we're going down. Now, it wasn't the smoothest ride in the world, but I mean, most wooden coasters aren't. Gold Striker is no exception. It is unfortunately rather rough now. Also, another thing that's interesting is that GCI only puts steel on the underside of the track where there would be airtime, just to save an extra penny or so. So they don't put steel on the entire underside of the track, the entire course, because that wouldn't make sense. Then you'd have extra costs for some reason, extra work to do, and then you're going around. And then here comes my favorite element, the speed shed. Oh, I love the speed shed so much. It's such a great part of the ride. I really miss it. I really do. At the time, they said there was going to be a tunnel on the ride, but they didn't do that, so it's kind of disappointing that they didn't end up doing that. And they were coming in, and that's it. That's the end of the ride. It was pretty quick, though. Like, if you were actually on it, it did feel like a much longer ride. So this was the front row PV, and as I was mentioning, they have the brakes because there's no drive tires on this ride. And so then we're on the reverse POV, which is actually, this is the second one I shot because the other one was facing far too down, and so it was basically useless. You just see like the bottom of the track and the cushion for the car. Yeah, but yeah, I did get permission to shoot this on there, so yeah, that was a nice time just to kind of be able to kind of get my foot in the door with being like media and stuff like that. Back in the day, back in 2015, so that was obviously fun. And then yeah, we're going to lift, and this will give you a good idea of how much the area has changed. I mean, think about it. We've had Tsunami Soaker was still there. It was still named Tsunami. It is still there, but it's renamed the Penguin right now. Superman was the only DC ride back then. Wonder Woman was not there. The Flash was still not there. Well, it wasn't repainted. V2 wasn't repainted to the Flash. Batman was certainly not there. Harley Quinn was not there. So yeah, it's definitely changed a lot. I mean, you can just look at that. It's pretty incredible how much it's changed. Now we're going down the drop backwards, essentially. It'd be kind of cool if they actually had done something like this, done the entire ride backwards, turned everything around. This is just me having the GoPro mounted on my head with the strap and then facing it backwards. So yeah, pretty fun. I did like the airtime a lot. It was just it gave you some fantastic float airtime. It was pretty fantastic. And then you go into the structure again, and you go down. You already had your pitch section by then, and you'll be able to see the speed shed here. This iconic shot that I love so much. Like, look at that. That's perfect. I mean, you can see everything. It's just that's fantastic. And it did keep going for a long time. Like when you were on there, like it did vibrate a lot. but the whole idea of "you'll never hear the end of it," which was its tagline, that's pretty true. Yeah, I'd say that it was pretty true. So it did. And then you put her back into the brakes. I always love that sound for some reason. I don't know why. But it's kind of a funny little sound. And then you go back to the brakes. I mean, now it's, I understand they wanted to do that and they felt the need to RMC it, but I feel like it maybe wasn't the right to RMC. Like maybe the one at Six Flags America could have been a better fit for that, because this was a unique ride. But I do get that this was, a big fixture in the area, and they wanted to be able to have the ability to turn it into something that'll help spark the area. Yeah, I mean, it's the only true RMC conversion or iBox track coaster in NorCal. There we go. So if you guys want to see more commentary videos like this, definitely let me know down below. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to be at Six Flags Magic Mountain on October the 19th, which is a Saturday. So if you want to come say hello, get a free little model business card, yeah, definitely let me know on Instagram at coaster.labs. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the parks. Bye.